Hello, and welcome to the Little Viking Homestead channel. I will try to keep the vlog ball rolling and show you my shed today in a bit more detail and my plans for it. As you can see, it was standing on four logs, but they have long since rotted away in most places. In some places it isn't even traces of it left. This is the most intact piece that somehow has stayed above ground, and here it is basically gone. Yeah, and there in the back it's nothing left. So I will have to try to raise the whole shed up, but sadly I don't have anything to do it with. I can't remember the name of it now, but those things that you use to lift your car up, car jacks. I know my grandfather used those to lift his whole house up. So that, and he did try to help me fix the shed with his car jacks, but yeah, he only did one side because he was scared that the what's left of the log here would break. So he only did one side, and that's why that side is a bit higher up than that side. Yeah, it's a step in the right direction, I guess. Isn't that right, Undis? Yes. I guess I will have to clear this shed part out as well, so that well, maybe it's not needed to raise. Well, I don't know. I will have to raise it and also push some of the walls back into position, because they have started to lean out a bit, and that's not good. It leaves some pretty big cracks in the corners. Here's a lot of random wood planks, most of them left by the old owners. Yeah. So I should have enough to make my chicken coop, but it will not be pretty. Maybe it will at least look pretty random, since few of the planks look the same. But I will have it here, so they get a window. There's apparently a law for that in Sweden. So they need to have access to sunlight, even when they are inside. Well, even if they can't go out, during the day. But in the winter times they won't go out much, so I guess it's nice to have a window, even though it's a bit broken. But all four outer panes are intact, and if I fix it up a bit, it will be fine. My dad said something about that he had a lot of glass laying around, so he could cut out some new panes for me, so that's nice. Free window panes is good window panes. Yeah. My neighbor demolished his house. It was a very old house, and I think it has been a barn before, because half of it was made of big cement blocks. So I will ask him where he threw them in the woods, and if I can take some and use that as the new English words just disappear sometimes. But use them instead of the logs as the base of the house. And hopefully that will work fine. Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. And I think it will be nice. It will work out. This area was basically covered in leaves before, and it still are a lot of leaves here. But I've tried to keep them away so they don't go and brush up against the wood, so it rots even more. I will have to reinforce this though from the inside. I have some wooden panels, plywood. I have some plywood and stuff. I'll use that from the inside and yeah, try to make it look good. Because yeah, I'm not gonna put that much money in this, since it's very old, and yeah, take it easy on the wallet. This is a temporary fix that I did when I tried to, because this wall was really far out. It had sagged out a lot, so I pushed it back in and placed some wood there to keep it there, but I'm pretty sure it has settled by now. And this is some old repair job from maybe the old one that owned this, or maybe the one before that. Who knows? Yeah, I would have to cut that tree down too. So I don't like it. It just drops leaves everywhere, and I try to minimize that. Same with that pine, has to go. It's right beside the house. If it falls, or and it drops pine needles straight into the gutter, and that's just irritating. And that old pine tree over there, it's even leaning a bit towards the house, and that's not nice. Not nice at all. I've been working on extending my firewood pile a bit, though totally by manpower. So yeah, I'm not really in shape. So I have to take breaks a lot. One day I may get something electric, but for now this is what I do. And it has worked so far. If I do a little bit every day, you get rid of stuff pretty fast. So that's nice. Yeah. I didn't say that. In the shed, there used to be a wooden floor, but it had about 80% of it had started to rot, since it had contact to the ground, and the old owners had just taken this stuff and just laid it on top of the rotting planks. And then when that started to sag down, they just added to it. And some of those boards are in pretty good shape, so I'm gonna use those to put on the inside of the chicken coop to minimize draft, because that's not a good thing in the winter, because it gets very cold here. I will probably have to insulate it as well, but some free panels is good. It's good. Yeah, and as I said in the last one, I'm hoping to get chickens for the next spring. I will probably hatch them myself here from eggs, because or maybe I will get some from my parents. Actually, they have started to have hens right now, actually. So who knows? Maybe I'll ask them to buy some extra, because I think later this year or next year they are gonna, well, later this year or next spring or something like that, they are gonna buy the worn out chickens from the egg factory. There is one egg factory here in well, it's pretty close to where my parents live. They sell the chickens that are starting to wear out and not be effective enough for well, factory standards, I guess. But they are still like 1 or 2 years old. Well, I think they start to get rid of them when they're 2 or something like that. I'm not sure. But well, that's totally fine, you know. If you take care of them, they will lay eggs almost as much as the younger chickens. But not in a factory, because factories are not nice most of the time. Though I've heard Swedish factories, egg factories, are actually pretty good in comparison to others I've seen. I don't think you can have them. Yeah, well, there's a lot of rules. I think they even need like resting things to rest on higher up and stuff like that. And yeah, it's a lot of rules. A lot of rules everywhere. I'm thinking of buying a bit more land this way, because in the future, you know, my girlfriend wants a horse, and it will need a lot of cleaning up and chopping down trees and stuff. But yeah, it's possible. It's possible. Could have a horse here. Yeah, but a lot of cleaning up and chopping down trees will be needed. Or maybe we just rent some land from the neighbors, because they already have horses. But we will see about that. But I think this will be enough for today. I will see you next time, and maybe I'll start filming earlier, because it's almost midnight. Yeah, it's very close to midnight now. But and the gnats and mosquitoes are killing me. It's better to be out in daytime, where some of them are hidden. And yeah, we've been doing laundry today, which feels good, very good. Yeah, I'll see you later, friends.